This is Chris Medeiros. Like, subscribe to TNW Wrestling on YouTube. Subscribe to my other channel, Word of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris Medeiros. And follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and I'll be down there in the description box. And I am here to do my WWE Monday Night Raw, March 21st, 2022 reviews. So here we go, discussing about tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw. Now we have the first segment of the night, and all of a sudden we had Stone Cold Steve Austin's theme song hit. And of course the fans was going crazy, waiting for Stone Cold to come on out, and we got Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens comes out with a ball cap on and the Stone Cold's t-shirt and the jeans and knee pads and everything that Stone Cold wears. And he comes out, he goes like, "Everybody, give me a hell yeah!" And everybody, of course, was booing him and everything. He goes like, "What's wrong with you idiots? Give me a hell yeah." People still booing him. He said, "Well, at WrestleMania, I'm going to beat the hell out of Stone Cold Steve Austin and everything." That's what that's what Kevin Owens was saying. So yeah, he was impersonating Stone Cold the whole time. And all of a sudden he was talking crap about the fans, how stupid they was and everything. But then all of a sudden Stone Cold Steve Austin's theme song hits again. And then, Kevin Owens looking scared of everything, waiting for Stone Cold to come on out so he could fight him. But then, of course, Stone Cold don't come out. And the fans, of course, start booing louder after that. He goes like, "I told you guys y'all was idiots." So yeah, it was pretty funny right there about with Kevin Owens and stuff. And he goes like, he said to the guy that throws the beer to Stone Cold, he said, "Get into the ring." And then he stunners him and lays him out and then grabs some beer and dumps it all over him. And then walks over him and gets on the second turnbuckle and everything. So yeah. But yeah, it was a pretty good segment with Kevin Owens impersonating Stone Cold tonight. It was a pretty good one. But then backstage, we seen Seth Rollins go and get interviewed and stuff. And the guy asked Seth Rollins, how does he feel about not going to WrestleMania this year? Seth Rollins then starts laughing, and then he says, "I'll need that mic for a second," and then grabs the mic and walks off. But yeah, that's what happened. But next, we're going to get the first match of the night. It looked like it'll be Rey and Dominic, the Mysterios, versus the NXT champion Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode, the Dirty Dogs, in a tag team match up next on Monday Night Raw. So yeah, that'd be the first match of the night. So yep, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Monday Night Raw. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, it was the first match of the night. It was Rey and Dominic, the Mysterios, versus the NXT champion Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode, the Dirty Dogs, tonight in a tag team match. And The Miz came out with them, and Miz got on the commentary. So yeah, he was commentating on this match and everything. But then at one point in this match, we seen the Mysterios hitting suicide dives onto Ziggler and Roode, laying them out, and laid them out as well. So yeah, all four guys was outside the ring and stuff. But then Seth Rollins' theme song hits. He comes out and he's interrupting the match, talking about how he is going to go to WrestleMania and get the biggest spotlight. And the mic kept on cutting on and off pretty much. And he goes like, "Turn on my damn mic," and everything. And then, he's keep on talking and talking. And then they cut his mic off again. And he finally walks backstage. So yeah, that was the end of him. And then we continue with the match. It was an okay match. At the ending of this match, we seen Roode try to hit the glorious DDT onto Dominic, but then Dominic reverses it and then rolls him up. He kicked out at 2, and then Roode runs Dominic. Dominic pretty much drop kicks him in the leg, and Roode falls on the second rope. He gets hit with the 619 by Dominic, and then Dominic climbed up the top turnbuckle and then hits the frog splash onto him, and then pins him for the 1-2-3. So yeah. Rey and Dominic Mysterio defeated Robert Roode and the NXT champion Dolph Ziggler tonight in a tag team match. That's what happened. It was a pretty good match for that tag team match, and what happened after the match. I'll give it all 2 stars. That's why I'll give it. It was a pretty good, good little opening match for the first match to kick off for tonight's Raw. It was okay. But then after the match ended, we seen Dolph Ziggler quickly get into the ring and super kick Dominic while he wasn't looking, laying him out. Rey Mysterio starts chasing after Dolph. And they was running around the ring, but then Miz comes up and pushes Rey into the ring apron, and then hits the Skull Crusher finale onto him outside the ring, and then pulls his mask off, running off with the mask, and Rey was covering up his face. That's what happened. But yep, it was pretty good stuff, like I said. But then we get Seth Rollins backstage talking to Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville, and he said he wants to go to WrestleMania and have the biggest spotlight of them all. And that's what Seth Rollins was saying, and Adam Pearce said, well, he'll figure out later on tonight. So yeah, that's what he said about for Seth Rollins. So yeah, it was pretty good stuff so far. But for tonight's Raw, pretty good start off. Not bad. But yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing happens on Monday Night Raw. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, we had Omos come down to the ring. But before I talk about that, we gotta talk about the Miz. And Miz, he was walking backstage with Rey Mysterio's mask, and the guy comes up and he asked Miz about why he took Rey Mysterio's mask, and he was like, well, Rey wants to keep on disrespecting me and Logan. I want to disrespect him as well and take his mask. And he looks at the camera and he goes like, Logan, I dare you to wear this mask next week on Raw. So yeah, that's what Miz said. But then we get to the match. So Omos goes into the ring, and then Apollo Crews comes down, and Commander Aziz is on the opposite side. So pretty much they're going to beat up Omos. They started beating him up before the match and everything, get him in the ring. And then the match has then started. It was Omos versus Apollo Crews and Commander Aziz in a 2-on-1 handicap match. And then, of course, Omos was dominating the whole match, kicked Commander Aziz upside the head, laying him out for the rest of the match. And then Omos talking crap to Apollo Crews, and then hits a two-handed chokeslam onto Apollo Crews, and then stacks Apollo Crews on top of Commander Aziz, pinning both of them. And the referee was telling Omos the whole time, hey, his shoulders ain't down. His shoulders ain't down. Omos is like, just count. So yeah, and then we finally got the 3 count, and the match was over. So yeah, Omos defeated Commander Aziz and Apollo Crews tonight in a handicap match. And then Omos grabs the mic and he starts talking about how he wants a WrestleMania opponent at WrestleMania. So yeah, he wants to go to WrestleMania and have an opponent there, since he's still undefeated, and it don't matter if they're big or not. So yeah, that's what Omos said. But up next, we want to see AJ Styles on Monday Night Raw making his return. So yeah, for that match, by the way, I'll give it half of a star. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Monday Night Raw. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, we had AJ Styles return to Raw tonight after he got attacked from Edge 3 weeks ago. So yeah, he returns on Raw tonight, and he was talking about how he's going to go to WrestleMania and beat Edge. And since Edge wanted, the Bulldog and everything, he said he's going to go there and beat his ass and everything at WrestleMania. So yeah, that's what he said. And Seth Rollins then comes out, and of course the fans starts chanting for Cody Rhodes. And Seth Rollins was like, look. Rumors are all fun and stuff, but it ain't a moment, so I don't want to hear it. So yeah, he pretty much acknowledged, Cody Rhodes' chants, but pretty much in a way of ignoring them. But then Seth Rollins was talking to AJ Styles. He said, AJ, how about tonight I beat you and then go to WrestleMania and go beat Edge? Because, I was able to beat him in his career in that Hell in a Cell match, so I might as well take your spot and go in his career at WrestleMania. So yeah, that's what Seth Rollins was saying. And AJ Styles was like, no, you ain't going to take my spot. I'm going to go to WrestleMania and beat Edge. So yeah, that's what Styles was saying. But Styles was like, well, after I get done beating Edge, how about you can be next on in the line? So yeah, that's what Styles was saying. And Rollins was like, no, I want your spot at WrestleMania. So yeah, that's what Styles and Rollins was going at it about. But then Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville comes up and says, "How about this? Tonight on Monday Night Raw, we'll see AJ Styles versus Seth Rollins 1-on-1, and if Seth Rollins wins, he gets to go to WrestleMania and face against Edge. So yeah, if he wins, he gets to take AJ Styles' spot at WrestleMania. So yeah, that's the match for tonight on Raw. But then Styles got pissed off, punches Rollins in the face and starts attacking him, and Rollins quickly rolled out the ring and stuff. So yeah, later on tonight, AJ Styles versus Seth Rollins on Raw tonight in the main event. But then we get backstage, and then we see Carmella and Zelina Vega, and they was talking, and Zelina Vega was like, "Look, stop texting on your phone," throws her phone, and then looks at her and says, you know, you need to start focusing because I don't want to lose the tag team titles because there's three other teams in this match now because of you. So yeah, that's what Zelina Vega was saying, but then they started arguing, and then Carmella slaps her, and then both of them starts brawling backstage. So yeah, that's what happened there as well. But up next, we're going to see Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley up next on Monday Night Raw. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, it was a tag team match. It was Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley versus Natalya and Shayna Baszler in a tag team match. Now, during this match, we seen Carmella run down to the ring, complaining to Corey Graves because she got beat up by Zelina Vega backstage. That's what she was complaining about. But then, at one point in this match, we seen Liv Morgan trying to tag in Rhea Ripley, but then Shayna Baszler knocked Rhea Ripley off the ring apron. And then Natalya was beating Liv Morgan down inside the ring, and then she tags in Shayna Baszler, and then they hit their tag team finish move, the Heart Attack, onto Liv Morgan, then got the 3 count. So yeah, Natalya and Shayna Baszler defeated Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan tonight in a tag team match. That's what happened. But then after the tag team match, we seen Zelina Vega come up into the ring and start attacking Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley with the scepter, and Carmella was helping her out as well. So yeah, attacking them as well. So yeah, Carmella and Zelina Vega looks like they're perfectly fine as a tag team now again. So yeah, pretty good stuff for that match and what happened after the match. I'll just give it 1.5 stars. That's what I'll give it. It was okay stuff. But yep, that's what happened. And later on tonight, we'll see Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles 1-on-1 in the main event. If Seth Rollins wins, he gets to take AJ Styles' opportunity at WrestleMania and to go face Edge. But up next, we're going to see the WWE Raw Women's Champion, Becky Lynch, up next on Monday Night Raw. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing happens on Monday Night Raw. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, we had the WWE Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch come out to the ring, and she sends a message to Bianca Belair, and she was pretty much talking about how 8 months ago at SummerSlam she defeated Bianca Belair to win back her Raw Women's Championship, but then she said it's been 15 months before that match happened, how she had relinquished the Raw Women's Championship, and how pretty much she never lost it to anybody for 3 whole years. That's what Becky Lynch was saying. And, she was talking about how she would sell her soul to the devil pretty much to keep the title and everything, twice on Mondays and all that. To beat Bianca Belair and everything. So yeah, that's what Becky said. And Becky said Bianca better be glad that she ain't on Raw tonight because she would have cut her hair off and all that. So yeah, that's what Becky Lynch was saying. So yeah, it was a pretty good promo from Becky. It was a pretty good segment and all that. But then that's what happened there. And then we get backstage and Austin Theory was getting interviewed. He got asked about Pat McAfee. He said, well, Pat McAfee better be lucky that he apologized so he could keep his job and all that. But I could still get him fired. And then they asked, how do you feel about facing against Finn Balor tonight? He said, oh, I laid Finn Balor out so many times that I took selfies of him knocked out. And now I'm running out of storage because of that. So, yeah, that's what he said. And up next, we're going to get Austin Theory versus the United States Champion, Finn Balor, up next in a non-title match on Monday Night Raw. So yeah, that match will be happening up next. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing happens on Monday Night Raw. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, we had the United States Champion, Finn Balor, versus Austin Theory one-on-one in a non-title match. Now, Pat McAfee was on commentary for this match. And, of course, during times of this match, we seen pretty much Pat McAfee messing around with Austin Theory. Not laying his hands or anything on him. So it wouldn't be a disqualification. But yeah, he's pretty much making fun of Austin Theory, laughing at him when he gets hurt and everything. But then at the very ending of this match, we seen Finn Balor try to hit the coup de grace, and Austin Theory moves out the way, and then he picks him up. His finisher move, A-Town Down, I think that's what he calls it, where he drops him face first onto his knee, and Finn Balor fought out of that, and they kept on going at it for a little bit, and Pat McAfee popped up on the ring apron at one point while the referee was telling him to get down. And then at the very ending of this match, we've seen Austin Theory get on the ring apron, and what he does that, jumps through the second rope to land that drop kick onto his opponents. He was trying to do that to Finn Balor, but Finn Balor rolls him up in the inside cradle and pins him for the 3 count. So yeah, Finn Balor defeated Austin Theory tonight on Monday Night Raw. That's what happened. Balor was celebrating with Pat McAfee. So yeah, good stuff right there. But apparently now we got breaking news that Ver will be debuting on Monday Night Raw on April 4th. So yeah, the Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania. He's finally debuting, guys. It's been October, so that's 6 months ago? Yeah, over 6 months now. It's been that long since the vignettes has been playing, so yeah. Ver will finally make his debut on Monday Night Raw. So yeah, that's what's going to happen there. But yeah, up next we're going to see RK Bro on Raw up next. So yeah, I'll see you guys. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that match between Balor and Austin Theory. I'll give it 2 stars as well. It was an okay match. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. And so the next thing that happens on Monday Night Raw. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, it was a tag team match. It was the WWE Raw Tag Team Champions, Randy Orton and Riddle, RK Bro, versus Chad Gable and Otis, Alpha Academy, in a tag team non-title match. It was a pretty good match. At the very end of this match, we seen Randy Orton take out Otis, and then Chad Gable clotheslining Randy Orton over the top rope, taking him out, and they only left Gable and Riddle. Gable was trying to hit the German suplex onto Riddle. Riddle landed on his feet, and then he hits the jumping knee to the face onto Chad Gable, and then picks him up, and then hits the Bro Derek onto him, and then got the 3 count. So yeah, RK Bro defeated Alpha Academy tonight on Monday Night Raw. That's what happened. It was a pretty good match and everything. But then after the match ended, we seen Otis grab Randy Orton, runs him into the barricade, and then he gets in the ring attacking Riddle, and then drags him closer to the turnbuckle, climbs up on the second turnbuckle, about to hit that splash. But then the Street Profits came down and pushes Otis off the second turnbuckle over the top rope. And then they hit a tag team move where pretty much Angelo Dawkins picks up, Chad Gable, they're about to hit 3D onto him, but then Montez Ford hits that DDT onto him, dropping him right on his head, but I think he'll be okay. But yeah, that's what happened there, laying him out. And then the Street Profits they was cool with Riddle, but then Angelo Dawkins hit sky high onto Riddle, and then Montez climbed up the top turnbuckle and then hits the frog splash onto Riddle, laying him out. So yeah, and then of course they pointed at the WrestleMania sign, saying that they're going to win the tag team titles. So yeah, that's what happened. Pretty good stuff. But with the match and what happened after the match and all that, I'll give it 2.5 stars. That's what I'll give it. It was pretty good stuff. But yeah, that's what happened there. But up next, we're going to see a tornado mixed tag team match. Up next on Raw, it will be Dana Brooke and Reggie versus Akira Tozawa and Tamina Snuka. up next on Raw. So yeah, I will see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Monday Night Raw. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, it was a tornado mixed tag team match. It was the 24/7 champion Dana Brooke teaming up with Reggie versus Akira Tozawa and Tamina Snuka in this match. So yeah, at one point in this match, we've seen all of them try to do a chicken fight on each other's shoulders and stuff. But then at the very ending of this match, and this match didn't last that long, like about 2 minutes or whatever. But yeah, at the ending of this match, we seen Akira Tozawa pretty much get tossed into Tamina in the corner. He falls down the mat, and then Tamina pretty much headbutts him. Well, falls down, headbutts him right in the nuts. So yeah, that's what happened there. Dana Brooke kicked her out the ring, and then Reggie hits a finisher move, that flipping senton onto Akira Tozawa, and then pin him for the 3 count. So yeah, the 24/7 champion Dana Brooke and Reggie defeated Akira Tozawa and Tamina Snuka tonight in a mixed tornado tag team match, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, that's what happened there. So yeah, for that match, I'll give it a half of a star. That's what I'll give it. But up next, we're going to see the main event. It will be AJ Styles versus Seth Rollins, 1-on-1 in a match up next in the main event of Raw. So yeah, that match will be happening up next. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, it was the main event. It was AJ Styles versus Seth Rollins, 1-on-1. Whoever wins this match goes and faces Edge at WrestleMania. So yeah, this is Seth Rollins' last chance. But it was a pretty good match. There was a few times I thought Rollins was going to win and Styles was going to win. Well, actually, I already knew Styles was going to win, but it was still a pretty good match. At the very ending of this match, we're going to talk about Styles was trying to hit the phenomenal forearm onto Seth Rollins, but then when he jumps off the top rope, he gets hit with a super kick from Rollins in the air. And then Rollins at one point, Rollins hit the buckle bomb onto Styles after that. And then he climbs up the top turnbuckle, try to hit the frog splash. But Styles puts his knees up and, Seth lands on his knees. But then Styles then gets on the ring apron. And then he was about to jump off and hit the phenomenal form to end this match with Seth Rollins. But then he gets hit in the back with a steel chair and led to disqualification. So AJ Styles defeated Seth Rollins tonight by disqualification. So yeah, AJ Styles will go to WrestleMania and face Edge. So yeah, that's what happened there. But yep, Edge costed Seth Rollins the match, and then Rollins then grabs the mic. He goes like, "Raw will not happen next week until I get my WrestleMania moment." So yeah, that's what Seth Rollins said, and of course the fans was going crazy chanting Cody Rhodes. And then Rollins starts destroying the barricades and flipping the announce table and the ring and all that stuff. So yeah, that's everything that happened there. It was a pretty good match, like I said, but it ended in disqualification. So yeah, that's the only bad thing about it. But yeah, with the match and everything, I'll give it 3.5 stars. That's what I'll give it. It was a pretty good match, like I said, but I hate when matches end disqualification. But yeah, they could have done something better than that. But yeah, but what can you do? That was the finish of the match. But it was easily match of the night as well. So yeah, that's one good thing about it, I guess. It was match of the night. So yeah, that, like I said about that match, the whole entire Raw, like the tornado mixed tag team match a while ago, that was just filler. Nobody didn't care about that for sure. Omos in that handicap match, it was whatever. It was just showing Omos's dominance. Becky Lynch's promo was pretty good. Let's see, Mysterios versus the Dirty Dogs was okay. Styles' promo from earlier was pretty good. The tag team match with RK Bro and Alpha Academy was pretty good. Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley versus Natalya and Shayna Baszler was alright. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, and Kevin Owens' segment from earlier was pretty good as well. I really liked that segment. If we were talking about best segment of the night, easily that one. with Kevin Owens, acting like Stone Cold Steve Austin. But match of the night, easily the main event. So yeah, I think that was everything about Monday Night Raw tonight. I probably forgot about something, but Raw is 3 hours, so how are you going to remember? Pretty much 3 whole hours, pretty much. But yeah, tonight's Monday Night Raw, I'll give a 6. I'll just give it 6.5. Well, I'll give it 6 stars. That's what I'll give it. It was okay. It was definitely not the best. But like I said, the segment from earlier with Kevin Owens was pretty good in the match. And the main event was pretty good, but every match from them was whatever, pretty much. It was just like a filler episode, kind of. But yeah, like I said, I'll give it 6 stars. But yep, that has been my WWE Monday Night Raw, March 21st, 2022 reviews. Like, subscribe to TNW Wrestling on YouTube, subscribe to my other channel, Word of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris Bales, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and I'll be down there in the description box. And yeah, I'll see you guys later for this Wednesday's AEW Dynamite reviews. See you guys later until then.